This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
One of the things that Waltman sends out here that I want your opinion on, he says the company should also drop their marijuana policy and steroid policy. At the time, the company is still punishing wrestlers for positive marijuana tests. And I think that occasionally it involves suspensions for like multiple offenses, but I think it's a $2,500 fine or something. You know, I've never talked about this. Do you think the company needs a marijuana or steroid policy?
No. Number one, if you're going to use steroids, use them under a doctor's care and use them, you know, if you're healing injuries and all those type things, that's what they're there for. That's what they're manufactured for, you know, and if you allow the talent to use them the right way, you won't have the abuse because nobody will be sneaking behind anybody's back trying to do something that's not within the company policy. The pot thing is a joke. You can walk in how many states today and just walk in and buy it. Walk out the door. It's perfectly legal, right?
Right.
To have a policy that's against something that would be like saying, okay, don't go in and buy a bottle of Jack Daniels. You know, we're going to have to fine you for that. Guys have to have an escape in this business. The travel, you know, the beating your body up, the being away from home, the trying to get into your hotel room and wanting to call your wife and talk to your kids, and it's the middle of the night. You can't wake them up because it's school night. There's so many different things that go through a guy's mind when he's on the road 250 days a year. His body's beat up. He's tired. He just wants to get some rest. You know, if a guy wants to, you know, smoke a perfectly legal substance in today's world, certainly don't turn around and charge him $2,500 a pop for doing it. You know, you're saying, we're not going to fire you. We're not going to suspend you, but here's the punishment. Like that somehow makes it right. Hell, let the guys have their pot. Let a guy have a cocktail if that's what he chooses to do on his own time. Now it's up to the individual to not get popped in those states where it's not legal, where it's still a crime. If you're foolish enough to not govern yourself and watch after yourself and not get in trouble over it, and because there's still people in this world that believe that pot is a drug, and that there's a lot of negative vibes that go with that. People haven't, you know, they don't have their thinking up to snuff, I would say, because it's a new world. Marijuana is recognized as doing a lot of good for a lot of people, and it should just be something that's accepted as long as you don't get yourself in a sling over it.
Well, I think you just made a lot of our listeners pretty happy.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.